Good afternoon, Mr. Sanjay Narayanan. I take this opportunity to introduce you. He is a student of VIT University pursuing engineering and information technology and enigmatic, marketing enthusiastic and motivational public speaker. A person who has won various awards in public speaking from Toastmasters International. Marketing experience in working with conferences of Toastmasters International, serving a team member of pre-conferences and as the PR and marketing chair for two conferences. A passionate social worker who volunteers in serving underprivileged children. A thought leader who wishes to spread the value of professional and moral ethics and its importance in the modern society. Being a humble representative of this set of ideas, he also loves to learn new languages and interact with people from different walks and cultures and learn about the people's ways of living process. Mr. Sanjay Narayanan, I request you to start the presentation.
So everyone, I'm really excited to be here. I know that I see that a lot of you here are connected since morning, and I'm pretty sure you've had a wonderful session. I just logged into this hall, but I've had the privilege to listen to a few other speeches, and it's going pretty. So first of all, my sincere gratitude to Texila and this conference for giving me this opportunity. Right. So how about we try to look at what we're going to talk about today, right? Digital monetization strategy. This is something that somehow has a lot of definitions with a lot of people. The first things you get when you Google digital monetization strategy is not exactly explaining what it is or how it works. It only shows you how you can achieve monetization, how you can generate revenue out of whatever technology you have, how you can generate revenue out of almost nothing. And doing that is somewhat of a challenge for most of us. I mean, I know best because I'm a college student and I need this more than anyone. So when it comes to generating revenue, I would like to think of it as generating value. It doesn't have to be in terms of money. It can be in terms of publicity. It can be in terms of something that people would enjoy, something that your target audience would enjoy, right? And for that, I believe in something very essential. I believe in selling the experience, right? Now, have you seen old Steve Jobs keynote speeches for Apple? They will never be like, you know what, I'm selling the iPhone today or I'm selling the Macintosh today. So these are the features, this is what they do. No, it never is about that. He always made it a point to sell the experience. And that is carried on as a tradition. And we can see that a lot more companies have adopted that mindset nowadays, right? Now, we all know that if we compare two phones, say Apple and Samsung, the biggest competitors in the world. Now, I think we can all agree that Apple has a softer touch. Have you ever seen in a release of an iPhone that the CEO or whoever is marketing it on stage tells you, hey, this phone has a softer touch? No, that's exactly the point. The phone lets it sell itself because of the experience created, right? And how can experiences be created? What does a marketer have to do with experience? It's very simple. We all have five senses. And we can do anything to cater to these senses, right? So if you want to see something appealing or hear something appealing or taste something appealing or smell something appealing or feel something on your skin that's appealing, that is your marketing strategy. Why do you think e-commerce websites always go for the recommended goods for something so personal, right? You never know. If you want to buy a pair of earphones, you never know what kind of earphones you want to buy unless you actually go on the websites or actually try them out on your ear. So how do they sell that? They don't say they don't always highlight saying the earphone produces this many decibels or this many or this much lifetime, or the buttons are here or the buttons are there. Those are all byproducts. What do they market? They market the bass, the treble, how loud it can be, the noise cancellation, how you can be isolated. Isn't that something that we look for? Definitely. And the more we go into this, the more we will understand that every part of marketing is selling an experience or showcasing an experience. Now, this is seen in a lot of places, now. I mean, you must have seen the new Tesla Roadster. You saw how Elon Musk marketed that, how he gave it on stage. He did not sell the car. We still don't know the specifications. Yet he sold the experience. He showcased a person driving it in front of everybody else. Showcased the pickup, the feel, the adrenaline rush. And that is how a marketing enthusiast would talk. That is the difference between selling and marketing, isn't it? That is the difference between a salesman and a marketer. A marketer does not sell the product, he sells the experience. And that is something that I've always believed in, right? And in doing so, what we do is when we come on to digital marketing, we talk about social media platforms or your own website or generating traffic on that website or SEOs. But what's the point of all this? When you do all this step by step, what is the point? The point is that after doing everything that we can, all a person can do is hope that the generated traffic produces revenue. All it can do is make somebody think that, hey, I want to go onto this site. There is let's just assume there is a website called abc.com that sells t-shirts. Now, if it has to market itself on the internet, how would it do that? Would it say t-shirts of all sizes available, of all colors available, all patterns and designs? Probably not. What any marketing campaign for that t-shirt website would do is sell an experience of wearing that t-shirt, how soft it is, or how light it is, or where you can travel with it, or how stylish it looks on a person. That's the point, right? People use models everywhere, male, female, everyone. So they use models so well that they show how well the fit is, or how the comfort is, or how stylish it is. And that is what generates revenue. The product itself may or may not generate revenue, but the way a person markets it, online and offline, matters a lot. The image you put across is the image that people receive. If I come across as an arrogant, selfish person, you would probably not stay in this conference. You would probably say, hey, let me just go to the other hall, listen to some other speaker. Right? Now, that is the image that is portrayed. As long as somebody portrays a good image of a brand, of an organization, or of a person, that can generate revenue. That can generate traffic. And isn't that what we're looking for? At the end of the day, what you require may not exactly coincide with what is the outcome. But can we blame that? No. We have a certain level of uncertainty over there. Right? And in doing that, the more important thing to think about is how you can sell an experience. Now, assume that I have this wallet. Okay? If I'm going to sell this wallet, what can I say about it? I can say the wallet is black. I can say it has so many compartments. What else can I say about it? Can I say there are holders? So what can I sell a wallet by? Can I say it feels good in my hand? Can I say it fits into my jeans pockets? Definitely, right? That is an experience. People face problems when a wallet can't fit into their pocket. That is an experience, that is a discomfort. As tiny as it may be, these little things make a difference, right? And in making this difference, we sell an experience. We tell someone that a product is so and so. You have to use it because so and so. There is a reason, right? The reason may be psychological, the reason can be medical, it can be physical, anything. But there is a reason. And that reason is what marketers tend to exploit. And that is what generates traffic. That is what generates revenue. That is what generates value of a product and of an organization. Now, this organization need not make money all the time. We can talk about nonprofits as well. You can see a lot of nonprofits educating children or giving shelter to people or giving food to homeless. Now, these nonprofits definitely don't make a lot of money, but they're still popular. People still want to look at them. You may or may not contribute directly, but people still look at them, right? Why do they do that? Because these nonprofits or NGOs, they sell the experience of feeling good on the inside. They don't say, we need so and so money if somebody comes to you for a sponsorship. They don't say, we need so and so money for so and so reason. They first start off by saying, sir, there is somebody in this situation, and the person in this situation needs so and so treatment or needs so and so much funds. Could you please help us out? Right. And after that, you see there will be something very interesting that people do. People would appeal to your consciousness, and that consciousness is important because that is a part of their experience. Whether you like it or not, when the most noble causes come across, they will still have to be marketed. They will still have to be sold to a group of people, to a target audience, or in general the public itself. Right? So how is that done? You appeal to the consciousness, you appeal to physical effects, you appeal to psychological effects. Right? In doing that, you must have noticed something very interesting. Any company, any brand you see a television ad, right? They must be selling a wonderful experience. Say some cola company, a soft drinks manufacturer, as an advertisement on TV. They sell the most amazing experience on TV. Like there's nothing more important in the world. Like you can jump off cliffs after drinking a soft drink. Right? That is the experience they're selling. The experience they're selling, if you are very careful to notice, is not entirely internal, is not entirely external. Right? If a soft drinks manufacturer on his advertisement says, you can drink this and then jump off a cliff or go bungee jumping, you can taste the thunder or whatever, you should understand that nobody is going to go bungee jumping after drinking a soft drink or just jumping off a cliff or riding a cycle down a mountain. The point is, they've elaborated that experience into something that we feel internally. When you drink a soft drink, what is the first sensation you have? The first sensation would be the touch of the bottle on your lips. And then after that would be the fizz of the bubbles in your mouth. And when it goes down your throat, you feel a small burn, maybe. Or you feel the gas building up. You feel like you're about to burp. You feel like you're getting full. There are all these emotions involved, right? All these little sensations involved. And an advertisement or a campaign would focus on how to get the most out of these sensations. Right? At the end of the day, nobody markets to a group of robots. We market to cater to other human beings. And we all have the same set of senses. Now, if you're going to market an experience, selling the sensation is very important. Say, for example, You have a group of people who are blind. If you're going to go ahead and if you're going to go and sell them sunglasses, what do you think their response would be? They would be saying, "Hey, I can't see anyways. Okay, my eyes aren't working. Why do I need sunglasses?" Or contraire, you come to them and say that these are the most stylish looking sunglasses in the world. Wear them, and people won't be able to see the difference. Or you can mask the difference, or you can feel amazing wearing these sunglasses. Do you understand the psychological effect that will go through that person? A person who cannot see can see the value of sunglasses only if the experience is sold to him. If any person with eyesight can wear sunglasses, why not me? If any person who can see others and who can see himself in a mirror, he wears sunglasses. He wears the sunglasses that he likes, right? But why not me? Why can't somebody else just pick a pair of sunglasses for me and give them to me? Right? Selling the experience there, that is how important it is. Now, I recently came across a good keynote speaker at a conference. His name is Dr. Pawan Agarwal of the Mumbai Dabbawalas. I'm pretty sure most of you must have heard of him. Now, he has a very interesting concept. He did his PhD on the Mumbai Dabbawalas and got a doctorate and worldwide recognition for it. So, as of now, if you can say that he is the face of the Mumbai Dabbawalas, and mind you, there are 5,000 Dabbawalas in Mumbai. If you can say that Dr. Pawan Agarwal is the face of all these people, isn't it important for him to showcase a very, how do I put it nicely? To showcase a very interesting figure, right? An interesting business model. He is the representative of so many people, of an entire business model. So, Dr. Pawan Agarwal goes on to talk about how the Dabbawalas work, where they originated from, how the business has been going on for 127 years without a single recession, with the error rate of 0.000004%. When he's saying all this, he's selling the product, not the experience. But I thought it would end there, but no. Suddenly, he comes up and he sells the experience. He tells me so. He asks people, he asks the audience, very simple question. What do Dabbawalas do? They take a lunchbox from home and they deliver it at your office. Why can't you do that yourself? You know what his answer was? His answer was very simple. He said, if a husband goes to work and a wife stays at home, say a typical scenario, he says that if in the Mumbai traffic, for anybody to reach their office, it would take about 1.5 to 2 hours, approximately. So to do that, he has to leave 1.5 to 2 hours earlier. So to reach office at 9 a.m., a person has to leave by 7 a.m., which means his spouse or his servant or his cook or his son or his daughter, whoever has to cook, has to wake up by 6 a.m. and start cooking. Right? And he says something very interesting. He says, Dabbawalas don't allow that because Mumbai husband loves his wife. Wow. Right? He says a Mumbai husband loves his wife, so he won't let her wake up so early in the morning just to cook. So the wife can wake up later, cook nicely and come. Cook nicely and give the box away. What has he done here? The product is very simple. It's a service. A service of taking the lunchbox from place A and leaving it at place B. Simple. The transition, everything is made out. So what did he sell here? He sold us the experience of a man loving his wife. He sold us the experience of how important it is to consider the equality of gender and equality of roles in a household. All very, very subtly done. But these are the things he talks about, right? In most digital marketing scenarios that we see today, what we see is a particular brand or a particular product will take its way into various avenues, and they will hope that one of them clicks. Say there are 10 marketing campaigns introduced by a company. They're introducing them all at once, they're pushing them through all at once, and saying, if one of them clicks, well and good, but let me try with everything. Right? Now, how is this not a very good strategy? There is a small story of 9 rabbits. What happens is 9 rabbits are released onto a small field, and a man is asked to go catch all of them. Now, mind you, rabbits are fast and rabbits are elusive. And that is exactly the situation with our markets today. Markets are fast moving and they're elusive. Now, if the man goes just running across the field, trying to catch any rabbit, he has 9 rabbits. If he could catch any one, that would still work. He goes on and on and on, and he couldn't catch a single one. But that's when it hit him. That's when he thought, let me focus on one rabbit and catch that one. Right? So he targets one rabbit. He has his eye on a rabbit and he goes chasing after. And the rabbit is still elusive. It runs around. What does the man require here? Persistence and patience. We cannot hope to get success for any marketing campaign or any product or anything in this world for that matter at your whim and fancy. You will have to be patient enough and focused enough to get a strategy to work. Right? So he goes on chasing that one rabbit. You go on chasing one campaign, one sensation, one feeling, one experience. You go on chasing that and be persistent with it. If it is a sound idea, a sound campaign, it will work. Because no matter what, you're never alone in this world. There must be somebody else who thinks like you. And that somebody must know somebody else who thinks like you. Every out-of-the-box thinking pattern that you see is personal. Facebook was created for a personal requirement. Twitter was created for a personal requirement. WhatsApp was created for a personal requirement. Necessity is the mother of invention, right? So in doing all this, we sell experiences. If you're going to sell WhatsApp to someone, you don't sell the experience of sending a message to someone without balance. No need of SMSs, no Diwali rates hikes, nothing. You sell the experience of being on a social media platform with every one of your friends connected at the same time. You sell the experience of being together with your friends and family at all times. That is something that is very important to most of us. See, that way, selling the experience matters more than you think. And it's the little nuances that actually make a difference. These little nuances can be as simple as a small. So what was I saying? So yeah, focus and persistence, and how selling an experience is important to any marketer, right? Now, if you have to sell an experience of something tiny, say, for an example, I have a tissue paper. If I have to sell this, if I have to market this, what do I do? What do I do? If I have to sell a tissue paper, what can I market out of it? We all know that everybody requires tissue papers. And we all know why we require tissue papers. There may be various reasons, but we all know why we need them. And for a commodity like a tissue paper, a single product can have multiple uses, can have multiple usage requirements. It can be used at different levels in different places or in different climates. If it's cold season, if it's winter, it is likely that people are going to catch cold. Or if it's the transition between summer and winter, people are likely to catch cold. So the production of tissues will go up because people need it to blow their noses. Simple as that. If you're bleeding profusely, you can use a tissue paper to stop it. That may be one person's need. If you're going through a very tough time in your life and you cry, you can still use a tissue paper to wipe your tears. That is another experience. So for products like these, you see that almost always there is no marketing done at all. The products sell themselves, right? Or that's what we think. Now, if I have to say, name a brand of pull-off tissues, we would close our eyes and say Premier Tissues. Why? There are about 200 brands of tissues in India alone. So why do we just immediately think of Premier? Because we've seen it everywhere. That's it. We've seen it everywhere. No other reason. Nobody has come out of Premier company and said, I'm going to sell the tissue for this experience. No. What they did was they started giving it away to corporates. They started giving it away to companies, to drivers, to car companies, to taxis. And what happened was eventually we got used to seeing them everywhere. Right? And when we see something everywhere, what happens is that automatically we tend to think about the effect that it would have on us. Hey, if your friend is going to a movie and the movie was brilliant, he comes back to you and tells you the movie was brilliant, right? But he doesn't tell you that the theater served the most amazing popcorn or the most amazing cream donuts or there is a buy one get one free offer. He doesn't tell you that. He tells you that the movie is amazing. Why is that? Even though the theater is a part of the movie experience, nobody comes and tells you that this theater was so and so good. They served so and so things. They say the movie was good. Because at the end of the day, including all of them, they sell the expound or RDX or 3D or 4D. This experience. Nobody sells the theater itself. So you get my point, right? Everybody. The importance of selling an experience is everywhere. You go home to your mother or your wife or your husband or your brother or sister or your roommate or your flatmate. You go to them with an expectation that they will leave you alone, that they will keep you at peace. Right? There is somebody that you can go back to at the end of a tiring day. That is an experience. That is a sensation that we have. And nobody can sell an experience like that. If you're gonna interview some people to become your roommate or flatmate, you wouldn't ask them more than you would, but more than asking them what they do or what they do as for their job or what are or what their family is like, we would ask them about their personal habits. Do you smoke or do you drink, or do you party a lot, or do you bring people over to the house a lot? You ask them these, right? Because these are all part of your experience. How your roommate's family is none of your business because you are not going to deal with them. But your roommate himself or herself is a part of that experience. And knowing the behavioral traits about one person can tell you a lot. And that is the same thing that applies to brands and organizations today. We don't look for their products, we look for their experience. We look for their experience because our sensations are our first priority. When you see something appealing, you want to keep seeing it. When you eat something appealing, you want to keep eating it. And by extension, you want to go back to the same restaurant. If you eat something really tasty, say a donut, you would want to go back to the same place, maybe to try something else. You may be trying something else. You go to a restaurant and order paneer. You love the paneer. You want to go back there every day, right? And after 2 days, when you go back, you don't order paneer. You order chana. Why? Because the experience of having an amazing meal is sold to you. After that, even though the paneer was the reason you came back to the restaurant, you would want to try out different things from the same restaurant because you hope that they will also be good. That is the experience sold. One product or one experience or one sensation is enough to sell an entire organization to a group of people. Right now,
Thank you so much, Mr. Sanjay, for your fantastic explanation.